Well, it's weekend and we're going to camp again. Now, because it's winter, it's going to need that huge fires. But we were also looking for an indoor heated swimming pool. And for that reason, we've chosen Vloedbos Caravan Park. That is situated between Caledon and Bredasdorp. So join us for a weekend of camping fun. Find Vloedbos, you just go through Caledon towards Bredasdorp. Pass van Brakelse store and then take the first left towards Refuge on the end. We just passed an accident, so drive safely. We continue on this road for about 3 to 4 kilometers and you will find the signs for Vloedbos. You will turn left onto a fairly good gravel road and continue for about 5 kilometers to the entrance of the resort. Arrived at Vloedbos at about 6 o'clock to check in. They will however allow you until 8 o'clock for check-ins on a Friday evening.
Dan is dit 'n voucher vir die restaurant vir die naweek en julle dit nodig het en julle stappleknommertjie. Baie dankie.
Awesome.
Dit is mooi aanpassing self. Dankie papai.
Well, finally, our camp is set up. Can you believe it that we arrived here just after 6 and it was already dark. So we had to set up everything in pitch dark. But that's winter, you know, the sun goes down pretty early. But everything is done. We're happy and we're camping. Something in the glass. Cheers.
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 So it's finally time for dinner. We're going to do something different tonight. We decided we would go with what they call in Turkey or in Istanbul a Turkish doner, steak doner. Therefore, we need to use our tortilla wraps. We're going to use some sour cream, green pepper, onion, tomato, matured rump steak that we're going to slice nice and thinly, and some basting sauce. So let's start with it. There we go. Now we're all done. Luke, and you can come and do the steak for us, please.
Okay, yes, sure. Okay, so what the idea is that we're gonna slice some fine pieces of steak here. I'm using a special knife. This is a fantastic handmade knife made by my neighbor. Let's see how this soft matures. Oh yes, I'm going to cut it on the side here. Those whole pieces like that. It's just because in that wrap you want some tender meat, because if you use goulash or that steak cubes, it's can be a bit tough. But this tender rump steak that's matured should be pretty nice and tender to eat in the wrap. So I'm just going to slice it pieces and to fry it in that braai sauce. I think it's going to be nice. Yeah, let's go to the fire. Okay, well, I think I'm just about ready to start cooking. I've put some coals under the pan just to get some heat, but I don't need that much. I put some oil on there. Allow the oil just to heat for a minute. With this flames, this pan heats pretty fast, but I get the coals a little bit more under it. That's it. Or the flames, just a little flame there. That's it. Okay. Then I'm going to start with the onions, just fry the onions. I think there's too much onions, but anyway. And I'm going to fry the green pepper with that as well. And then I'm going to start with the steak. Now the tomato, I'm not going to fry that, it's going to stay fresh. Okay, so after the steak has been sliced, I've put some Moroccan rub on it, just to give it a nice taste. Oh yes, and the pan is nice and hot. We're just going to fry the steak. Yeah, unfortunately, with this type of meal, there's no medium rare steak. I needed to cook it fairly well done. Okay, the steak is just about done. Gonna go another few minutes. I haven't got the heat too high because I don't want to rush this. So now I'm going to add some braai basting just to give it a little bit of flavor. That's it. Should be enough. Okay, then the final thing to do is to heat the wraps. Just going to do it on the pan as well. Well, that just takes a minute or two. Okay, I think it's time to dish up. the wrap in the plate, the onions and the green pepper. And then of course the steak. Okay, then you add the fresh tomatoes. The final ingredients is of course sour cream. Okay, and then you wrap it. Okay, let's eat. Seën Vader wat ons eet, laat ons nimmer U naam ontwil alleen vergeet. Amen.
Enjoy.
Yep. This is a Vloedbos Turkish donut.
Vloedbos, South African donut.
This is good. Yeah. That steak is so tender. Fresh tomatoes, onion and green pepper. Yeah, very nice.
Tasteful. Better than in Turkey.
Well, our bed was made and it was time to go to sleep. Good morning. How fantastic it is to wake up here at the campsite. A beautiful morning, not a breath of wind. Excellent, so nice to camp. Well, it's time to start with breakfast. What is for breakfast this morning?
It's going to be something total different, American style, bacon and egg pancakes.
That sounds very delicious. While you're going to prepare the pancakes, I'm going to start doing the fire.
Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers. To prepare our mix for the pancakes, because we're camping, we do everything the easiest way. We're going to use the easy mix, 2 cups of milk, 30 ml of oil, 2 large eggs, and you all mix it together in one bowl and let it rest for a bit. Two cups of milk, 30 ml oil, 15, another 15, and our 2 extra large eggs. Now you add the mix bit for bit and mix it well. So now our mix are ready for our pancakes on the fire.
Okay, I think the pan is well heated. It's over to Lizelle. Oops.
Oops. Oh. Let's turn it. It's looking good. Much better. It's like pancakes. Your normal pancakes, the first ones are always like floppy ones. And then you get perfection. So all our pancakes are done. Now it's time for Luke for the bacon and eggs.
Okay, let's start with the bacon and eggs. First, I need some oil in the pan. That's it. Looks like it's still pretty hot. And then the bacon. Oh yeah. Nice. That's it. Let the bacon fry nice and crispy. I'll do the eggs. That's it. Okay, so I can help. Bake it a bit. Just scramble it. And the eggs is done, so let's take it off. The eggs. Okay, so let's do it. Seun Vader wat ons eet, laat ons nou in U naam se verlang en vergeet. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, dish up. Let's start off with a pancake.
Pancake. Gonna make two.
Okay, I'm gonna have a nice one, okay.
The perfection ones.
And on top of that, some egg.
Salt and pepper.
This is American style breakfast.
Luke's breakfast pancakes at Vloedbos.
Wow. This is really nice.
The sweet from the pancakes and the salt from the bacon and egg is nice together.
This is really, really nice.
Good combination. Here at Vloedbos are more than 60 campsites. They are all divided into different blocks. Here at the back of me is the block. There's another block, and each block has got around about 10 campsites surrounded with trees and picket fences. The campsites are all next to each other, so there's not much privacy. They're just divided with trees, but each campsite is marked properly with a braai grid, PowerPoint. They've got taps in between sharing the campsites. Yeah, nice under the trees and lots of grass. This is also one of the camping blocks. Come and have a look. Hello. Let's go and have a look at the ablution facilities. Let's have a look at the ladies' bathroom. On this side, you've got 4 toilets. There's 3 showers. This is the first one. They're all the same. Nice size with a little bench where you can pack all your stuff on. There's a nice basin. This side is also a basin, which I keep very neat and clean.
This side, then the men's bathroom. Let's take a look inside. It's a basin. Then a shower, 1, 2, 3 showers. As a place to hang your clothes. Hot and cold water, of course. And a bench to sit on to get dressed. That's basins here for shaving. Then 3 toilets. Some more basins, 2 of them. And then 2 peak ribs.
There's also a family bathroom with a basin, bathtub and a toilet. And this is the washing room for your dishes. There's 2 basins for dishes, and you've got your 2 ones for washing, and even with a washing machine. And here's the area to clean your porta potty. And this is braai areas for day visitors. This is one of the little chalets or houses that you can also book. It's called Vloedbos, and it sleeps 2, this one. It's one of the smallest units. This one is called Supertube. It's a bigger one and sleeps 4 people. Each of the chalets got its own braai area. Let's have a look at the supertube, the swimming pools, and the hall with entertainment for the kids. Oh, it's nice and ice cold, but it's hot today, 28 degrees.
Wat sulke nonsens idee om elke pool moet ons nou toets.
Moet julle toets,
Wie
anders
regtig nie lus om dit te doen wat ek nou gaan
jy sal maar wat toets soos ek net met die arm. Net die arm laat.
Ek moet mos nou hom.
Dan sê ons het die tough guys nodig.
Jy sê nie jy ready nou.
Go!
Hy moet nou afsê.
Sê. There's also 2 trampolines for the kids. And this is the pat-pat. Let's look at the indoor boma. There's also a wash basin and nice and closed for functions. There's also a kiosk on site for everything you need, wood, ice, everything you might need. This is a closed little hall for inside entertainment. We've got table tennis. This side two pool tables. Another table tennis one, and then also TV for shows or videos or whatever. And there's also a play park for the kids or some adults.
And then it was time for us to get into that indoor heated swimming pool. You have to take into account that this water at this indoor swimming pool is only lukewarm, and it can be very challenging to swim in the cold evenings. And there's a nice 4x4 track here up the mountain that you can enjoy. A nice jeep track that you can follow all the way up with your 4x4. And there's also a paintball area for that more adventurer, if you dare. So let's take a walk up to the sign of Vloedbos. It's a steep hill up here. Okay, we made it to the top. Vloedbos. You can see the resort from above. Okay, well, we're coming to the end of our stay here at Vloedbos. So let's look at the pros and cons of this campsite. Well, first of all, the pros. The first point for me is that this is not just a camping site. This is like a holiday resort. There's really a lot to do for everyone. There's a few swimming pools, cold water swimming pools, indoor hot water swimming pools. There's supertubes. There's indoor entertainment like pool tables and tennis tables, big screen TV for rugby
There's
and
putt
sport.
outside for the
There's
kids.
putt here,
Trampolines.
trampolines. Then there's a paintball track here, a paintball place to play paintball. There's a 4x off-road track that you can go up the mountains and up the farm. There's quad bikes to rent that you can ride some quad bikes here in the hills. I see there's guys with some off-road motorcycles here also going into the hills. I know there's mountain bike trails.
Hiking trails, maybe.
Hiking trails, yeah. So
probably.
there's really a lot of entertainment here on this. The next pro for me is this grass. It's fully grassed, all the campsites, and they're really well maintained. So that is really
Nice trees on all the sides.
Yeah, you can see it's nice, cool, and it's you know. I
And
think
it's safe. I think it's quite a safe campsite. It's
quite
safe on the farm.
yeah. And it's a beautiful area. It's between the mountains and the hills, and it's really beautiful as you go off the tar road and you follow the gravel road for about 5 kilometers to get to the resort. But well worth it. It's a beautiful area. I love it. Very quiet, very nice. And today especially, it's a beautiful day.
The ablution facilities also more than ample. There's 3 blocks, newly built. It's nice and it's well kept and neat and clean all the time.
Yeah, it's kept clean. Even the workers is there outside
Throughout the day, yeah.
Also throughout the day, yeah. So that is really nice. Okay, then we can look at just quite bike just past here.
You mentioned the kiosk. There's a kiosk on site.
That's also
wood,
another pro.
ice, everything you might need.
Yeah, that's a big pro.
Yeah.
Of course, remember the town is pretty far from here, so there is a shop with everything that you need: wood, ice, cool drinks, sweets, everything that you need. Yeah, I think that's about the pros. What do we want to mention? The cons, there's not many cons. I think the first con is
The campsites, it's close to each other and there's not really privacy. It's camped off on blocks. There's 3 or 4 blocks. But as you can see, we're sitting on one here. The next one is direct to us. It's just separated by 2 trees.
Yeah.
So it's quite open. If it's going to be full in season time, you're going to be packed against each other.
Yeah, also
then you will have to put up bomas or something to get a bit more privacy.
Yeah, there is no privacy between the camps. I think if it's going to be crowded, it's going to be a problem.
Yes.
It would be nice if there's some picket fence between the campsites or something like that. But it can be, I think it can be not very private if it's full. We can be fortunate there's not so many campers.
Especially if it's full, it could be quite noisy,
Yeah.
direct next to each other. Yeah.
Okay, then another con, I think you mentioned about the bathroom.
The bathroom, there's no lights. I don't know for whatever reason, if they've got like little load shedding bulbs, but it's totally dark. I had to go and shower every night with my cell phone light on. That's unacceptable.
Yeah,
For a place with this, it's
don't know
really
what
it's
the reason
upgraded.
for it,
It's
but the
nice.
lights
Yeah,
wasn't working.
there wasn't any lights. You couldn't even see which is the bathrooms, which is the toilets, which is the showers. I had to use my cell phone light. That's not on.
Yeah, and then you also complained about the shower not working.
Oh, the one shower, yeah, there's no hot water. The tap doesn't even work. You can open it in full and there's not a drop of water.
Yeah,
so
so
that's also not. They
think
need to
it's-
check it regularly, especially for women. Women and little children, taking them to the bathrooms during the night. There's got to be lights even outside. There was none.
Yeah, so I
So
think
that's
that's
a-
something that
they will need to look at.
Need to look at it. So that's about the cons. That's not many other
that's
cons
all.
that we see. Yeah. Yeah, that's our review of this campsite. Let's rate it out of 10. What would you give it?
I would say 6.5.
6.5. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I think that's a fair rating. I think my biggest concern is the campsites with no privacy. It's too much open.
It's not
I
a
think.
big setup. It's
Yeah.
quite a fairly
Yeah,
small
it's not
campsite.
yeah, it's not a big. I mean, there's about 60 campsites, so it's not a huge place. But they've gone through a lot of effort to make it really a lot of entertainment for everybody.
And there's also a lot of houses and cottages you can
Yeah,
rent.
it's not just a campsite.
It's,
Yes, you can rent some cottages. There's some houses, I think, with 10 or 12 people to sleep in. So
so there are bigger ones. Yeah, you
can
want to
come with a big crowd,
family or big crowd of people.
yeah, and have a nice
It's-
party here for the weekend. So that's pretty nice.
So I think they cater for everyone.
Yeah, they cater for everything. Well, that's about the pros and cons and our rating of campsites. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please press that like button and give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more videos to follow, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.